Welcome to our journey into the eerie and the unknown. Today, we delve into ancient, scary stories from the United States that have haunted generations. From the frozen north to the deep south, whispers of these tales have traveled on the wind for centuries. Grab your flashlight, it's time to explore. First up is the legend of the Wendigo, a terrifying creature from Algonquian folklore. Imagine the unforgiving wilderness of the north, a desolate and frozen expanse where survival is a daily struggle. In this harsh environment, a chilling tale is told, a story of a malevolent entity known as the Wendigo. Said to be a spirit tied to winter, hunger and cannibalism, the Wendigo emerges when a person resorts to cannibalism to survive. Picture a creature of immense size and strength, its heart beating with an icy coldness. Its gaunt frame is often depicted as a skeletal figure, its bones pushing against stretched and desiccated skin. Its eyes, glowing with an unnatural hunger, pierce the veil of night, searching for its next victim. But the Wendigo is more than just a physical monster. It embodies the darkness that can consume a human soul, driven to desperate measures. The creature's very presence evokes a sense of dread, a primal fear that chills one to the bone. Those who have encountered the Wendigo speak of an overwhelming sense of despair, a feeling that all hope is lost. Encountering one often leads to madness, obsession, and a never-ending hunger for human flesh. The legend of the Wendigo serves as a chilling reminder of the fragility of the human psyche when faced with unimaginable hardships. But the question remains, is the Wendigo merely a figment of our imagination, or is there something more to this terrifying tale? Next, we travel to Tennessee, home to the infamous Bell Witch. In the early 19th century, John Bell and his family started experiencing strange occurrences, mysterious noises, unseen forces, and physical attacks. The spirit, known as Kate, famously tormented the family, particularly Elizabeth Bell. To this day, tales of her malevolent influence echo through the region. Imagine a time when the world was lit by candlelight and the shadows held secrets whispered on the wind. In the heart of Tennessee, nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering cornfields, stood the Bell family homestead. But within the walls of that seemingly ordinary farmhouse, something sinister stirred. Strange noises in the dead of night, disembodied voices, and the unsettling feeling of being watched. The family, initially dismissive, soon realized that something was amiss. The disturbances escalated, growing bolder and more menacing with each passing day. Objects moved inexplicably, doors slammed shut with unseen force, and the air grew heavy with an oppressive, almost tangible dread. At the center of this haunting was John Bell, the patriarch of the family, who seemed to be the primary target of the entity's malevolent attention. But it was his daughter, Elizabeth, who would endure the brunt of the torment. The entity, identifying itself as Kate, reveled in its reign of terror, taunting the family with insults, threats, and chilling pronouncements of impending doom. Years later, even after John Bell's untimely death, which many attributed to the witch's curse, the haunting continued. Elizabeth, forever marked by her encounters with the supernatural, carried the weight of the experience with her for the rest of her days. The Bell, which remains an enigma, a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be fully explained. Now, let's head to New England for the tale of the Smutty-Nose Island murders. Picture the rugged coastline of Maine, where the Atlantic crashes against rocky shores and a salty wind whips through the air. Here, on a remote island named Smutty-Nose, lies a tale of unimaginable brutality. In 1873, 2 Norwegian women were brutally killed by a fellow islander, and the only survivor, a woman named Maren Hontvedt, was accused of the crime. Imagine the isolation of island life, the way the sea both connects and separates, the dependence on neighbors for survival, and the deep-seated fears that isolation can breed. Against this backdrop of rugged beauty and quiet desperation, a horrific crime unfolded. 2 women, their lives intertwined by the bonds of family and the shared experience of immigrant life, were brutally murdered in their own home. The details as they emerged sent shockwaves through the small island community and beyond, painting a gruesome picture of a crime fueled by greed and cold-blooded malice. Rumors say her spirit seeks vengeance on the island, appearing to fishermen and locals alike. In the aftermath of the murders, whispers began to circulate, tales of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena. Some said that the spirits of the murdered women, their souls unable to find peace, haunted the island seeking justice for the heinous acts committed against them. Fishermen claimed to see flickering lights in the windows of the abandoned house where the murders took place, as if the spirits of the departed were reenacting the horrific events of that fateful night. Others reported hearing blood-curdling screams echoing across the water, the anguished cries of the victims reaching out from beyond the grave. Maren Hontvet, the sole survivor of that terrible night, became a figure of suspicion and fear. Accused of complicity in the murders, she maintained her innocence, but the shadow of doubt lingered over her. The ghosts of Smutty Nose serve as a chilling reminder that even in the most idyllic settings, darkness can lurk beneath the surface. No list of ancient, scary stories would be complete without mention of Washington Irving's Headless Horseman from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Close your eyes and imagine a secluded glen shrouded in an ethereal mist where gnarled trees reach out like skeletal fingers, and the air hangs heavy with the scent of decaying leaves. This is Sleepy Hollow, a place where folklore and reality intertwine and where the line between the living and the dead blurs on crisp autumn nights. Poor Ichabod Crane's encounter with the spectral horseman is a ghostly tale of jealousy and spectral revenge, still celebrated in literature and Halloween traditions. At the heart of this haunting tale is Ichabod Crane, a lanky and superstitious schoolmaster with an insatiable appetite for ghost stories and a heart easily swayed by tales of the supernatural. Ichabod, an outsider in the close-knit community of Sleepy Hollow, finds himself smitten with Katrina Van Tassel, the beautiful daughter of a wealthy farmer. But Ichabod is not alone in his affections for the fair Katrina. His rival, the burly and boisterous Brom Bones, also vies for her hand. As the rivalry between the two men intensifies, so too do the tales of Sleepy Hollow's most infamous resident, the Headless Horseman. Legend has it that the horseman is the ghost of a Hessian soldier who met a grisly end during the Revolutionary War, his head taken by a stray cannonball. Now, they say, he rides through the night, his head tucked beneath his arm, searching for his lost cranium and seeking revenge on the living. One fateful night, after a particularly spirited gathering at the Van Tassel farm, Ichabod finds himself riding home alone through the darkened woods. The air grows colder, the shadows deeper, and every rustle of leaves sounds like the approach of hoofbeats. Suddenly, through the gloom, a terrifying figure emerges, a towering rider on horseback, his head nowhere to be seen. Ichabod's encounter with the Headless Horseman becomes a cautionary tale, a reminder that our fears, once unleashed, can take on a life of their own. From the chilling winds of the north to the haunted towns of the east, America's folklore is rich with terrifying tales. Are you brave enough to explore these legends? Share your favorite scary stories in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more chilling content. Until next time, stay spooky.